Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Otakuology podcast. I'm your host, Otaku Mike. With me, as always, is Jin. He died for the food graves.
I died for the food graves.
Yeah,
Not the
because
food graves.
you smelt burnt toast.
Oh my god. Did you see that coming that way when that
But he
happened?
died?
Yeah, that it was going to happen that way?
No. I didn't even think he was going to die.
I totally saw that coming. I was like, oh my god, they're going to kill this guy
I mean,
off
for
in
a second, I was like, oh, they're not going to kill him. And then I was like, oh, they killed him.
Yeah,
They killed him.
I was like, oh, this shit's happening. Because what is it? There's one with the guy from Cheers that's called The Inside Man, and one of the funniest scenes is they're having a thing at like an old person's home.
Yeah.
And one of the guys raises his hand. He goes, I have to tell you something about the food. I hate it. It always tastes like metal and my hair is standing on end. And it was like trigger words to like let them know he was about to have a stroke. So one of the ladies reached over and hit his like his little clicker on his chest for them to will him out. I was like, oh my God. So that kind of prepped me, I guess, when I watched that to know this. So when he goes, oh, I keep smelling toast, and I was like, oh no, this guy's about to die. And I was hoping they weren't going to do that.
So yeah,
but then it was like next scene at his funeral.
So let's get into this. So we have our episode starts with Bobby. This is called Any Given Hill Day. Bobby ends up, he's cooking at the restaurant. He has his like, I guess it's his like favorite customer he gets in. I think his name's like Peter or Pete. I think it was.
Yeah, because I think his son was a Peter too.
Yeah. And he's talking to him. He's like, oh, I love the food here. It's so amazing, you know. And he's like, you smell burnt toast? And he's like, no, just the smell of burnt meat. And the next thing you know, the guy died and Bobby's at his funeral. And we see the son of the dead guy. He's like, my dad never missed a lunch special at Rabata Chains. He's like, he loved it. He loved eating the food every day. And Bobby's like, well, he didn't eat the food that day. Just saying, okay?
He hadn't eaten the food yet.
Yeah. Everybody's like looking at him. He's like, he didn't eat the food, okay? He didn't die from my food. I love this part where Willow is there and she's like, thanks for letting me come to the funeral. I love the ambiance and stuff.
Oh my God, right? I was like, are you kidding me?
But I love it when we're at the funeral and we see the guys talking. He's like, and we see Bobby reading like the obituary or something like that. And he's like, he loved football, mowing his grass, and like drinking beer in the alley or something. He's like, oh my God, this is my dad.
Yes.
Which he kind of like starts to get like a little like, I don't want to say resentful. He's not resentful, but like missing out on opportunities to spend time with his dad, to spend quality time with his dad.
Yeah.
And so I can't remember if we switch from this to the Peggy story or we continue with this part where Bobby basically is at home and he's testing Willow's like skin bombs and stuff.
Yeah, that's the next one.
Okay, that's the next one. Okay. And it kind of blends together a little bit. And we see him talking. He's like, yeah. And Willow's like, oh, you should really like reach out to your dad and do something special for him. Because I think it's like Hank's birthday is coming up or something, if I remember correctly. And
I did not hear that. So I don't know.
Yeah, there's like a slight reference where like in the middle of the show where Hank is telling the guys about the football camp, what he's going to. And Boomer's like, God dang it, you messed up my birthday, blah, 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 you know? So I think they were like going to do something for his birthday, or maybe I misheard Boomhauer.
No, I bet you're right.
But yeah, Bobby's complaining about, I want to do something nice for my dad. Cowboy tickets were like $300 a ticket or something, which gonna be honest, I feel like that's a little cheap for tickets, especially for a sporting event.
You said cheap tickets?
Yeah, I think it was like $300 a seat.
Well, it was a boot camp.
No, but he wants to buy him tickets. Like he wants to buy
Yeah,
him tickets to a game.
I thought the tickets were to the boot camp.
No, so he wants to buy him tickets to a game, and he's like, "Oh, it's like 300 tickets each for a ticket." Which,
Okay,
and in my eyes, that's a little cheap for a ticket. I feel like in some places, but then
that's true.
Willow brings up, "Hey, my dad used to work for the Cowboys, and he like I can get you in and pull some strings, and get you to like do the fantasy camp thing." And which is funny, which when we come full circle later on and we learn more about Willow and stuff. And then I think this is where we switch over to Peggy's story, where Peggy like is trying to figure out something to do.
Yeah.
She doesn't know what to do with herself, and I think like Hank tells her to go write a musing about something for the paper, and she's like, "Oh, the paper's closed down," and she like,
Yeah, she's talking to the girls.
yes, no, he tells her, "Hey, maybe you should go stand outside and talk to the girls. That's what I do to get ideas or whatever, or talk to the guys." And so she goes to talk to like the girls,
Oh,
and
so we missed the part about them
oh,
in the kitchen.
okay, you take this part then, because maybe I'm forgetting stuff.
Uh, yeah, so this would have been right after we had the little part where Hank's in the alley, and then we go to Peggy in the kitchen talking to the girls, which is
Oh,
what is her name?
with the
Dale's
Con
wife.
and Nancy,
Yeah,
Con's
yeah,
wife and Nancy, Min and
yeah.
Nancy.
And she's talking to her, and they have this whole weird thing where it's like the DoorDash thing, where it's like, oh, I just got some soap delivered.
Oh
And
yeah,
Peggy's like, why wouldn't you just go down to the corner? They go, oh, that place closed. We don't have that place anymore.
yeah,
And that it's much easier to do part of that, which kind of gets the wheels working for Peggy on stuff for that, which I think this ties in really good to the first episode, honestly,
uh-huh,
where basically Peggy and Hank come back and they go, and nothing's the same or whatever,
yeah.
and then they start realizing that stuff again. And I think this reinforced that it's not the same. It's not
It
like the guys still go out to the alley and have beer, but it's not the same in terms of everybody else is on their phone. They don't walk all the places that they used to. It's very heavily now order to go, if that makes
and
sense.
it's all like directed towards like the neighborhood app. Like nobody talks like one to one anymore, or like in person. Like
Yeah,
everything's like through the neighborhood app, which they're real. Those are real things. Like
right.
I have a neighborhood app for like the neighborhood I used to live in, and I still get notifications from it.
That's funny.
And sometimes I'll fuck around and I'll type weird shit in there. Like I
Neighborhood
think
watch.
like the other day, like somebody was like, "Can you believe that milk went up by like I think like 30 something cents?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh my god, just wait. Milk will be as much as orange juice. It'll soon be $5 for a gallon of orange juice or a gallon of milk."
Yeah.
And they were like, "Oh man, those damn tariffs." And I know those tariffs are getting our milk. They're raising the price.
Which doesn't make any sense
It
because milk
doesn't.
is produced here.
I know.
What the fuck? What? And why would orange juice be so expensive? We're supposed to have the best oranges in Florida.
I don't know. But in like, I remember last time I paid for like a gallon of orange juice, it was like $5.
Yeah.
But that was like a year ago, so I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, they're kind of talking and stuff, and Peggy like as they're out in the alley, she like hits
Hey,
what?
can you send me the link to that neighborhood watch so I can comment on shit with you too?
Oh, I don't remember how to like get into it and stuff. But
Damn it. Okay.
it pops up on my email sometimes, and sometimes I'll pop into it when I'm like bored at work or something.
Yeah.
Uh, but it'll be like, oh, you had a break-in near your house. I don't live there anymore, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Min and Nancy and Peggy are standing out, and like two of them don't want to be out there. Like, and I think one of them gets like a.
Obviously.
They don't want to be out there, and like Peggy like slaps Nancy's phone out of her hand and breaks it, and
Yeah.
which makes Nancy and Peggy has to drive Nancy to get her phone fixed or something, or a new phone.
Yeah.
And she's
Yeah.
like, God damn it, like you better not break my fucking iPad.
Yeah, because she saw something and then said that?
Oh, she was like, how would you like to read books
Yeah, that's what it
without
was.
on like a screen? And
Yeah.
she's like, you better not break my iPad, because she sees, I think it's like an estate sale or something. And
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
they get some free books, and they decide to basically start a small little book library in front of Peggy's house, which I think you have to have like permits and stuff to do that.
To have a
Start
book
like
library?
start like a free little library.
I don't think you have to have one in front of your house, but I think it has to be all the way out by the road so that people aren't on your private property per se.
I know here in Texas, like you have to like fill out paperwork and stuff for like a free public library thing.
I don't know about books because we have a bunch in like parks, or if it's like doctors' offices and things like that, we have a bunch in those areas. But I don't think we have like food pantries that are out like that.
No,
So
no, no.
maybe,
I'm not talking about food pantries. I'm talking about
yeah,
a free little mini public library.
yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. I think here it's if you were going to have a pantry out.
Well, what does a pantry have to do with it?
Because sometimes in those little huts like that, they'll put like pantry setups.
You mean like food?
Yeah, like
Like
non
snacks?
non expirable food. Yeah, I mean snacks, cans of stuff.
I
I mean,
guess
I've
it
even seen
depends.
some that people put bananas in it. And I'm like, hey, like that's gonna go bad out here in the heat, yo.
I mean, so I don't know.
But
I've only seen one in public before.
a book library or a pantry
Yeah,
thing?
a
A
book
book
library.
library.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
not even talking about whatever pantry thing you're talking about.
I've seen like 8 of them.
I'm not talking about this weird pantry thing. I'm talking about a little book library. It looks like a birdhouse.
Right, right.
Yeah, I'm not talking about a pantry.
No, I'm saying when you said talking about if you had to have a permit.
Well, it's like you have to have like paperwork filled out. I don't know like specific thing. You have to like
Yeah,
have paperwork filled out, and you have to like pay for it. I think it is in Texas.
yeah. I that's what I was saying. I don't think that's the way it is here. I think food pantries are that way though.
Okay. Well, let's move past this. Okay. So
Okay.
Peggy starts this up. It goes pretty well. It goes pretty well, and then they build like a bench to put in front of the house. They put a lemonade stand. Things are going good. Bill, we find out, doesn't know how to read properly. He's reading 1984, and he's like, "Oh, it's
As
a good year."
as many times as he picked this book up to read it, and
Yeah,
I think you have to say how funny it is as this is happening. It seems like every lady that walks by, he starts trying to flirt with them.
yeah. And I
Which,
love.
taking a step back for one moment, whenever the girls were in the alleyway, I have to say that I loved it because instead of having like the beer and everything out there, they had their wine glasses.
Yeah,
It was just kind of a good like homage to how the husbands do it, and that the women are like, we're sitting out here, but we're having our wine glasses. But yeah, no, I thought it was like a really nice homage to the husbands, that the wives were out there kind of drinking their wine and everything.
yeah.
Uh, and it was just funny that way.
I really like
But
the montage where we see people like talking and interacting, and then we slowly see them start itching.
yeah,
Like
which
it's a little
I
subtle.
had to back it up because I didn't notice that the first time.
I didn't either. It's very subtle, And we see when Peggy confronts Bill about reading a book, he's like, "Oh my god, what's on your arm?" She's like, "Don't fucking change the subject." And she has like bumps on her arm, and like I feel like the bumps just get worse as like this episode goes on.
Yes.
Like the bites that she gets on her, and she brings Dale in. She's like, "Have you ever seen this?" He's like, "Yeah, it's bed bugs. They're hard to kill."
And then he starts looking what it could be, and he's like, "It's your books."
Peggy is in such denial that the bed bugs came from her books.
Yeah. Do you think that they were already in the books when they got them from the garage sale, or do you think they
so.
picked them up while they were in the little shack thing?
Well, I think they built the shack thing, like the shed.
Yeah, but I mean, they could move in there.
I think the bed bugs came from the books.
Okay.
And because they were all in the books and stuff, and like, I don't know. I think they came from the books. I think they were trying to imply that they came from the books.
Yeah.
I mean, they could have.
I really thought, like, crackpot wise, I was like, oh man, I said Dale could have definitely gotten pissed off at somebody and been like, nobody's paying attention to me, and planted them.
I mean, like he planted the ants in Hank's yard that one time.
Yeah.
Honestly, like,
because didn't he do that with roaches one time too?
I don't know if it was roaches, or I think maybe somebody else planted roaches at Dale's job that he had.
Okay.
Yeah, and he like killed them all. I think that was when he had to get like a normal job, like a 9 to 5. But my other theory with the bed bugs: what if they came from Bill? Just saying.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that would actually be a pretty good thing, but I haven't seen Bill put one in there, a book.
I think he took one out.
After he took the one out, we never saw him put one back in.
Yeah.
And I think people have been in his house enough that they know he hasn't had any.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, that's good, because I mean, first episode wise, I would definitely have thought that he had bed bugs.
Yeah, but I mean, it is what it is, and so like
especially with his fucking window left open all the time.
Oh yeah. But yeah, so we get that, and Peggy's like, we could make something out of this, and so like Dale and Peggy concoct this plan so Dale can make money basically. I don't know if Peggy's profiting off of this at all.
No. Dale was like, I'll go do this, which I think Peggy kind of planted the seed, but I really think Dale's the one that took it off. And Dale went fucking haywire.
Where he's like, oh, I hear they like to survive in cold or whatever. And he's like, then you hear the people like, oh, so-and-so went to New York. And then like, I hear they like the heat. And like, oh, so-and-so went to Fort Worth. It was hot there that day.
Yeah.
And like, he's like killing all the bugs and stuff and like making money off of this, obviously.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know. It was a weird story. Like,
And I will say, after everybody kind of came back together, I thought it was really fucking hilarious, where it was like, oh my god, you've been sleeping with my husband. And I was like, where did Dale say that?
I mean, we can cover the B plot, I feel like, and then go into the A plot again.
I mean, we might as well.
So like, they end up actually, I think people start to suspect or basically like accuse people of bringing in bed bugs, and we start to find out that the neighbors like dirty secrets. Like you said, one of them slept with someone else's husband, so and so, and like they're starting to like fight on like the neighbor app. And Peggy is basically like, look, we need to come together and talk as neighbors. And they're like, we're just going to kick your fucking ass. It's your fault. And they start to blame Bill at one point. And like, they're talking. It's like, Dale brought it over.
Well, yeah. And when they're all together, basically, that's when I feel like they really start, when they're in front of the little library thing anyway.
Yeah.
And they're sitting there thinking about it, and how they did the scene. I loved it, because they kind of did it like, oh well, who didn't have anything to worry about from this, and who profited off of this and stuff like
Dale.
that. And they're kind of like trying to like the animators had it where it was almost like focused on Peggy, and then it was
Yeah.
like everybody turns and then it's like it was Dale, and everybody starts pointing at him all at once, and he's like no, and he starts doing the Dale run.
It was Peggy.
Yeah, oh, I love it.
And she's like, okay, yeah, it was me, but I wanted to basically bring everybody together and stop worrying about the stupid app thing. Which I feel like Peggy has sort of a noble reason behind this.
Yeah.
But she went about this all the wrong ways, I feel like.
No, I agree with you, because we got basically into it where it was like, hey, well, what else are you going to exactly do? And Peggy had to basically confess to it. And then, of course, it's, well, what are we going to do? And Peggy's like, we'll bring all the books.
Yeah.
Which
they had a lot of books.
Were there more books than what she picked up from the original thing?
So I think maybe they just brought all their books they had in their houses.
Okay. I was like, have they been picking up books and we just didn't know this? Like,
which I like this joke. I thought this joke was really funny.
Yeah.
Where they get all the books together and then they burn all the books and they burn the house, the library.
Yeah.
Which Hank is not going to like that because they burned him on his yard.
Yes.
So shouldn't there have been like a giant burn spot on his fucking yard?
No, had to have been, but we're not going to get that part of the story.
We're not.
I really hope it gets brought up. I doubt it will in the next episode.
I don't think it does get brought up.
And I wonder if we will see anything about it. Like maybe even if it doesn't like get brought up, like if we'll see the guys standing out in the alley and we'll see that corner of the yard maybe, or something, maybe we'll see somebody standing outside and see if that spot's there.
I mean, Hank did buy like seeds for his yard in this episode.
That is true. Which, did you hear that? That caught me off guard because he's like, I bought shady seeds and I needed shady sun seeds, and I was like,
he needed
what the fuck does that mean?
Sun to shade seeds or something like that.
Yeah.
I was like, what does that mean? And I love this joke at the end where like we see them all standing around this big old burn pile with all these books, and a ring camera from the other side of the street records this happening and posts it on the internet, and it just is like Texas people have book burning like thing or something.
Yeah.
And like of course these stupid rednecks would be burning books.
Yeah.
Which is so funny. I mean, we have people burning books right now in our society. And saying, you can't read something because something is wrong or whatever, because of their beliefs.
Yeah.
But I have to say, as a B plot, I think the ending is funny and I like the joke. I don't really care for the B plot.
That's true.
I don't.
I felt like it was fun enough to break up the monotony because it went really well with the A plot of this, but it was kind of weird.
I don't necessarily always. I mean, I don't like Peggy as a character. Really, I find her annoying.
Yeah.
Sometimes I find her funny, but it's on a rare occasion. Yeah. And in this episode, I just thought she was really annoying.
Yeah. No, honestly, I agree with you, and I feel like all the things that happened when we had the first set, or we had the seasons before this, like season 13 to 1.
Yeah.
Peggy had a different reason for doing stuff, and it was better. I feel like a lot of things that we're getting from Peggy now are really just pulling at straws, which I'm stuck in the line of thinking, is it kind of more millennial stuff, or is it or more modern day, or is there something that they're trying to pull out of Peggy's character and they just keep failing at?
Like they try to pull out Hank's character, but Hank's works.
Yeah, Hank's works. I mean, like, we'll get to it, but his little propane joke, like, I fucking love that.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
like it caught me off guard, and I was like, "This is great."
Let's
But
let's
let's get into plot A.
let's get into the A plot. So Bobby gets the tickets, and we see Hank and Peggy getting ready because Bobby is bringing Willow to meet the parents
Coming to
and
dinner.
to dinner, basically at the house at Hank and Peggy's house. And I love this scene where like they're getting ready, they're talking, like, oh God, like what does a vegan eat? You know, I don't want to be like influenced by her religious choices or whatever.
Oh
And
my
they're
god!
just like
Right?
talking all this shit and stuff, and like it's funny. Like the jokes are like legitimately funny.
Yes.
And like she was like, or he was like, you know, like Peggy said, like, Tank, take off your belts. It's made of meat or made of dead cow or something. It's
It's
like,
made of leather. That's dead cow.
what am I going to hold my pants up with? A rope?
Yeah.
And so, like, we get all these funny jokes. I don't remember all of them, but like they're trying to be sort of open to Bobby's new girlfriend. They don't know much about her, but they're being very, very judgmental. I feel like very judgmental.
Right.
They're very narrow-minded, and we have them there. And Peggy made 2 different lasagnas. They made one with meat and one with like vegan products or whatever. You know, non animal products, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
And Hank's looking at him, he's like, "Oh God, did you mess these up or something?" Like, I want my lasagna that was assigned like meat at birth or something like that. I think it was, which was funny. And just seeing them interact with Willow and stuff, and Bobby or though Hank being so reluctant to like try the lasagna that was like vegan, and she just like shoves it in his mouth, and everybody's like, and she's like, "Oh, it's good, don't you like it?" You know, and,
Right.
And then Bobby like switches up the tone in the house where he's like, "Dad, I got you something," and he gets him like the tickets because of Willow. And Hank is like, "I've never been prouder of you than this moment," or something like that.
Yeah.
And he's like, "I can go talk to Jerry Jones," and Willow inserts herself into the situation, which, I mean, why wouldn't Willow go? She like lives in that area too.
Because it was supposed to be a father-son bonding
But
moment.
anyways, yeah.
Yeah.
And Hank's not really happy with this. Bobby, I feel like is a little indifferent.
And I'm just gonna say, I feel like part of this is a red flag because, like, we hear Bobby complaining about, "Oh my god, it's $300 a person,"
Yeah.
and then out of nowhere she's coming, and I'm kind of like, wait, I thought you had a business that was this oil stuff, and how do you have like $300 on a whim?
Well, I think she probably like asked people she knew.
I think she's already got it.
Because she did say like her dad worked there for like several years.
Yeah. I mean, I think she probably just already has it.
Probably like when purchased it.
Well, probably already had the money.
Well, we also like don't know like how successful her like natural balms are and stuff. Like she could be successful.
We don't, but I also feel like she probably, with the whole dad thing too, and knowing probably somewhat of the stuff when Bobby brought it up, I feel like she kind of saw this as her opportunity.
Oh, to like help out?
Her opportunity to go do this thing, to get back into the thing.
Do what she needed to do.
Do what she needed to do. She needed to be number 2.
So yeah, let's get into this. So they go there, and Hank's like, "Oh man, I'm with my son and his Willow," and we see her doing like cartwheels and stuff on the field, and Hank's just excited to be there and stuff. And he ends up meeting this guy who plays football with his son every Saturday or something, and he's hoping his knees will not give out. And the other guy is there, who is this old, decrepit looking guy who is there because him and his wife are season ticket holders, and his wife is dead, and he's really there to just spread his wife's ashes around the stadium.
Yeah. Well, and then we had the gay couple.
The gay couple, yeah.
The one of them lied to the other one about, we're going to a cowboy ranch, and thinking it was like a horse and pony show where they were going to get to learn like how to bareback ride a horse and do all this other stuff, not coming to the Dallas Cowboys Stadium.
And so, yeah, we get all
and
that.
And then the punk rocker guy that's like, I just won the tickets.
Oh, yeah, he had a Gorn shirt on.
Yeah, which clearly, I mean, obviously you were like, oh, that's Korn.
That's Korn, yeah.
Yeah. So there were funny characters.
Yeah, there were really funny characters. And we see at one point, like, Willow's in the shower, and Hank gets, like, scared because Willow sees him naked at one point and stuff. It's just, their interactions are really funny, and
and then she kind of like did the whole thing where she kind of like leaned against the door and it was like talking to him through the door. And I was like, oh my god, is this going to turn into that? There's going to be somebody that thinks they can be like Hank's sugar baby.
Oh yeah, maybe.
And I was like, oh my god, is Willow really a gold digger and we didn't know it? And I'm glad that didn't turn into the plot line, and it was what it was, but it was really weird. Like, I was on high alert like the rest of the time with this until he saw her catch the football, and we learned that history.
So let's get into that. So they're doing their drills. Bobby is kind of struggling a little bit, kind of doing a good job. You know, Hank's doing a good job, and then like it's time for Willow. And Hank is like, oh, God, don't fuck this up. You're going to embarrass us type of thing. I feel like that's what he's thinking.
Yeah.
And she, like, perfectly catches this ball up in the air. We find out that she's just really, really good at football because her dad.
Right.
And
she's been to the field before. She used to kind of practice here a little bit because of him.
Yeah, and Hank is like super impressed. He's so impressed. He's like bonding with her. Things are going really, really well. And we get the scene where like they're eating food at one point, and Hank's like, "Hey, Bobby, move out of the way. I'm going to talk to Willow with strategy." Which I don't think he needed to move because they're at a really small table.
Yeah.
To begin with. But yeah, and
that kind of threw me off too. Like, hey, can I swap places with you to get over here? And I was like, what the fuck is going on?
And Bobby is starting to feel like he felt like when he was like 11. You know, his dad didn't really care about him or show any interest in him. What do you say? Like, oh, this boy better be good at math. He's not good at sports. And we find out Bobby's not good at math.
And then he was like, I got it on both ends, which if you imagine them saying that, like, oh, this boy better be good at sports because he's not good at math, like telling him that back to back, it's like, what?
Yeah. And so, like, he starts to worry and stuff, and he feels like this is not like going to be like a special moment between the two of them. And Willow is like, go tell your dad how you feel because you're not going to get this again. And this is where Bobby goes to like the shower area, sort of like rehabilitation area, I think it was, where they have the ice baths.
Yes.
And I love this scene where like you said, he's going pro. And he's like, hey, Dad, it looks like you could have gone pro or something. He's like, I did go pro, Bobby. Propane.
Oh my god, that was great.
Yeah, and I love the scene between the two of them, and they get done, and then we see them walking on the field, and they're like, "Oh my god, there's Jerry Jones! I'm gonna tell him about my yo-yo play," which we find out. Well, we find out earlier that Willow has a grudge against Jerry Jones for what he did to her father.
Yes.
Because Jerry fired Willow's dad became an alcoholic.
Right.
Like, he was like a perfect dad before.
She grew up the rest of the way believing that it was her dad's fault until basically getting out on the field and coming to some kind of weird ass realization that it wasn't him. It
It
was
was Jerry.
Jerry that did it.
It was Jerry, because Jerry
Yeah.
fired Tom Landry too.
Yeah.
Nobody likes Jerry Jones. And so Willow, Hank and Bobby go up to the try to get to like his office, and we see that Willow is in the office.
Standing on the desk.
And she was like, "It's your fault because my dad ended up this way." And Willow drops a deuce on Jerry's desk.
On his picture
On his
of himself.
I love the plop sound and the reveal like that Hank sees and Bobby sees. And
I love that it didn't happen till after they open the door.
Yeah.
And that they are standing there, and Hank has this like, and I feel like you can see it yourself.
Yeah.
Honestly, like seeing the look on Hank's face, I'm like, oh my god, I feel like we're all staring at her bare ass sitting here with a turd coming out, and then you hear the plop, and you're like, oh my god.
And like they made eye contact.
Yes.
They all made eye contact. Cause she like turns around and just fucking drops a shit. Right?
Yeah. And then they all walk out together, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, why would you still be standing beside her after that shit?
I'm gonna be honest. If I was in Willow's position, I probably would take a shit on a desk too.
Oh my god. I don't think I'd ever take a shit on anybody's desk.
Which kind of reminds me of, didn't they like during like the January 6th? Was it January 6th where we had the riots and stuff?
Yeah.
Or I think one of them took a shit on somebody's desk.
I don't recall that.
I think one of them like took a shit on somebody's desk. So I wonder if that was like a reference to that.
It could be. I mean, the only thing that I kind of really know in terms of that is like the Billy Madison, the bag of shit that you light on fire.
Yeah.
Obviously that didn't happen, but
yeah, and so we get them. They go back to the car, and they're like, "We can't come back. We can't come back whatsoever." And so I don't know what happened to Willow, but Willow just is gone. I don't know if they dropped her off or what they did. We see Hank and Bobby driving. I think maybe driving Bobby home.
So I liked when in this part whenever they were doing that, right?
Uh-huh.
And she goes, she said something to him. She goes, "Come on, Hank," and he's like, "No, you're back to calling me Mr. Hill." And I was like, "Love it."
Yeah,
I mean, Hank had some really good Hank moments. I got to say,
he had some really good Hank moments for sure. And we see Bobby talking to Hank, and he's like, "I'm sorry for this happening. I wanted us to have like a good moment together." And he was like, I'm sorry this happened, stuff like that. And he's like, "Willow just needs to be around me all the time. It seems like her bombs hurt my skin. It burns. And I think I'm still in love with Connie. I think I got to break up with Willow," which puts a smile on Hank's face a little bit.
Yeah, especially after seeing that fucking scene. Jesus.
Yeah. Bloop. So I'm going to tell you this. Okay. Willow didn't show up for the rest of the season.
You told me that last time. Yeah,
I knew. She gets these 2 episodes.
I was waiting because after the whole thing with Hank, I was like, all right, you told me that she's not supposed to be in anything but the next one. And I'm like, it's looking like it's pretty good. It's pretty good that, like, that now Hank loves her. Like, how is Bobby going to get out of this? Like, what's going to happen? I'm waiting. And then we get to the office. I'm like, I'm so confused. What's going to happen here in the office? And then, of course, she lays the picture down and she hops up on the desk. And I'm like, oh, no.
She shit on it.
Fucking no. This is how it's going to happen. And I was like, this is like from like 100 to 0 in like an instant with this shit happening. And I was like, oh, God. I would have never speculated that.
I have to say, I loved Hank and Bobby's story in this.
Yes.
My only problem with this is I liked Willow as a character.
I agree.
I like her as a character.
I felt like she was a good thing on Bobby because I don't see Connie being the one to say you should try and do all this stuff with your dad.
Yeah.
I mean,
She already has parent issues.
Yeah. I mean, she kind of already was unhinged. Willow was.
Yeah.
On a lot.
Really unhinged at points.
So I didn't feel like she was the best for Bobby, but she was throwing out some facts I felt like that were very accurate for things for Bobby to do, if that makes sense.
I don't necessarily know if I wanted them to end up together.
Yeah.
But I would have liked her to stick around, and maybe she comes back next season in some way. Yeah. But like, I really want her to like be a part of like his friend circle. Like, I think that would be kind of fun.
Do they go with things that have happened in the past, and does she date Joseph?
I'm just saying, what if she dates Joseph? He's fucking desperate.
Oh my God. How bad. But like, she wouldn't shut her mouth about like how Bobby has kind of grilled over the John Redcorn thing.
Yeah.
And been like, no, don't say anything. Willow would just open her mouth up and be like, hey, John Redcorn's your dad, right?
Yeah.
Like, she would do that shit.
But see, here's the thing, like, I don't think Joseph would care if like Willow, like if Willow went after him or whatever. So I think he'd be like, yeah, Bobby, I'll take your sloppy seconds,
I don't think so either until it got to a point like that, because then I think that's where they would have a falling out, would be her so strongly trying to say, hey, John Redcorn's your dad, and him being like, no, Dell's my dad.
Or maybe Joseph's just too stupid.
Joseph is pretty stupid.
But, I mean, I that's the thing is, like, they made Willow to be, like, this big character in, like, the trailers and stuff. Like, she was in all the trailers and stuff. And I really wanted her to stick around for, like, maybe the rest of the season,
So you think there may be some other, like, foreshadowing of it?
I don't know, because I liked the character, and I liked, like, how she interacted with the Hills.
Yeah.
Like,
I also have to say that for this being one season or whatever, Bobby's already up to, like, 2.5 smash, okay?
I mean, yeah.
He slept with the girl from episode 1. He slept with Willow, and he almost slept with Connie's friend, but he turned her down. So I'm going to give him half a point for that. But
half a point.
I mean, our boy's getting out there, and I would have never thought from season 1 to 13 we would have had this opportunity.
Bobby's got the riz.
Bobby's got the riz.
But yeah, no, I really enjoyed this episode.
Too bad we didn't name these episodes. Bobby's got the Riz would be a really good fucking
Bobby's
title.
Got the Riz. Yeah. But yeah, it was a fun episode for the most part. The B plot didn't really do anything for me. But
let me ask you this real quick. Do you think the B plot would have been stronger if we had another A plot that we didn't like as much?
I don't know. Because I like the A plot.
I don't know what other A plots were out there that we didn't like so much.
Yeah.
I mean, because to me it seems like a lot of the B plots are what we have problems
when
with.
they went to like the George Bush Library.
Yeah.
Maybe that.
Yeah, but I mean, then everybody would have had to be at the George Bush Library. So.
True.
I don't know. I really can't think of anything else where B plot wise, it's not like Bobby and Peggy and Hank. I can't think of anything else where it's been Bobby and Hank, and then having Peggy kind of by herself.
I really think Bobby just needs to get his own show nowadays.
I mean, I can't argue with that. I really feel like it would be better, like with the King of the Hill opener thing, to swap it over to Bobby's head.
Like, just give it to Bobby.
Yeah.
I mean, let Hank retire and just be like, okay, here's what Bobby's doing now, and move on from there. I think that would be fun.
Yeah. I mean, especially like the weird thing will be future wise if we do have where Connie and Bobby get together, and it turns into how does Bobby live as being like the new King of the Hill, of taking kind of Hank's parental role in the show, and Hank and Peggy taking on a grandparent's role. How would that affect the show?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to be dealing with Bobby and Connie in the next episode anyways.
Yeah. Of course, the weird thing with that would be, how do we experience Grandpa Seuss's Newsome?
Oh, Khan?
Yeah, Grandpa Khan.
Well, Khan's only in the next episode for this season.
I know, but if we, like, the next season, if they had a kid, how would Grandpa Khan be interacted with in that?
Yeah.
Because they'd have to be around more.
Yeah, true. I mean, I'm not opposed to the Khans.
I'm not. I really feel like that's one of the things that's flawing up this season a little bit.
I don't like the new actor for Khan.
I haven't gotten there yet.
So he's Asian, obviously,
yeah.
But he doesn't sound old enough to be like Khan. Like, he doesn't sound like Khan.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll get to experience that the next time
we record
King of the Hill.
Next episode.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think that is one thing where it's lacking, because we did kind of have the whole little weird, like, bickering shit between Hank and Khan, like, a lot.
Yeah.
And I feel like that is something that's missing out.
Like, one of my favorite episodes is, like, when they get stranded in, like, Mexico.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they have to, like, work together.
Yes. What was the guy that lived in Hank's house for a while?
Oh, Brian.
Yeah. I mean, I would almost like if Brian and even Dale, if Brian and Dale or Brian and Bill or something like that kind of had like that little like rivalry that Colin and Hank had, I think it would make the show that much better. But I don't think they're going to pull into that.
Brian doesn't show up a lot in this.
Right.
Even though like they're like, okay, we have this new character, Brian. Brian, I think, only shows up like a couple of times.
Yeah.
Like, I think one of them is in like the next episode.
Yeah.
But like, I don't think Brian, other than, I think he showed up in like the first episode, I think. I don't know.
Yeah. He's still there in spirit, damn it, because he's in the opener.
Still there in spirit.
Yeah, because he's the guy that's standing in the opener as the stuff goes by before Hank and Peggy get back.
I don't want to jump too forward in this, but I'm really interested to see where they take the next season, and if they do more than just the next season.
This is true.
Like, where would they take
Are they going to stop it? Because what are we on, chapter 14? Or
we're on season 14.
Will they stop at 15? I completely agree with you.
I mean, this season was really, really popular. Like, I think it got like 100% on like Rotten Tomato or something like that.
Oh, that's cool.
Like, it was like certified fresh or something. Like, I don't think it got like any negative scores.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, I think that's pretty well deserved. You and I have given it a pretty high score almost on everything. I think the lowest one we've had so far was like a 4.
So we did get some feedback.
We did
get some feedback.
Is it from our guy?
No.
Son of a bitch. He said he was always going to be there. Damn it,
I
troll.
know, he said he was always going to be there and stuff.
Damn it, troll.
Damn it, whoop whoop.
Yeah, let me down, damn it.
Goddamn whoop
All
whoop.
right. So what did our letter say about King of the Hill?
We need to get back to covering anime and not non-anime related stuff.
Who the fuck said that?
I'll
Look
give
them
you
up. We're going to their house.
I'll give you a hint.
Yeah.
They really want us to cover My Happy Marriage season 2.
That's un-American. That's un-American. King of the Hill, I mean, people are based in Texas. I mean,
I mean,
this is almost like your alma mater, I feel
so,
like.
some people say King of the Hill is the best anime of all time.
This is true. This is true. And, I mean, the amount of memes that have come out that have all related to Hank and Bobby being like, I don't know, Goku and Frieza or
Yeah.
other random shit like that has been hilarious.
You know how people are like, oh, the big three of anime? It's like One Piece.
Yeah.
Why am I blanking? One Piece, Naruto, and
Bleach.
King of the Hill. It's King of the Hill. One Piece, Naruto, and King of the Hill.
I thought you were going to give us like a cartoon big three, and I was like, okay, you're going to say Simpsons, and I was like, okay, he's either going to have to say South Park or like Futurama. What's Mike going to say? And you go, no, it's not Bleach. It's King of the Hill. But
yeah,
no, I got it. I get it. I get it.
I mean, look, we were gonna go back to doing anime, and I think we're gonna be shifting and covering some other stuff other than anime.
Right. I think we're also going to cover some movies in the future that relate to more things that we're enjoying, basically with the DCU.
Yeah,
Small spoilers.
I really want to cover the animated movies.
Yeah,
I was watching Suicide Squad: Hell to Pay last night.
Yeah,
I was like, damn, I forgot how good this movie was.
I mean, shit, I'd even be happy for us to cover like fucking Invincible or The Boys.
I have to get Amazon to do that.
I laughed my ass off the other day or today though, because we had somebody cross train at work, and they went to a con and they start pulling up pictures of like all this different stuff.
Uh-huh.
And it was like, hey, do you know who this is? And I start blonde white girl laughing like hysterically, and I name off some of it's shit that we've covered on the podcast, and I laughed my ass off. It was Invincible. It was a kid that dressed up as Invincible, and I guess his dad dressed up as Omni-Man.
Okay.
And they took pictures with them. I mean, like all this different stuff. They were like, I don't know what this is. There was a kind of like really like Dollar Tree shredder, which I laughed about. Yeah, I mean, they had the helmet, they had the sabers or the sickles wrist guard things.
Yeah.
The rest of it was a black T-shirt and sweatpants.
Oh, that's funny.
I laughed my ass off. I was like, man. I almost was like, hey, can you send me those for our show so we can post them to the Instagram? Because they were fucking great pictures of like just random stuff, and her asking me all the different ones and naming off some of the animes we've covered.
So wait, if we did Invincible,
yeah,
do we do the Battle Beast comic book spinoff?
I mean, I wouldn't care. We could. Aren't you reading that?
I am reading Battle Beast.
You ever send them to me?
No, they're mine.
I'll send them back.
No, go get your own.
I'd have to find them online to read. We could definitely, because I do like Battle Beast.
You could get them off Comixology, probably.
Yeah, Comixology for the win. Shameless plug.
It takes place after Battle Beast leaves.
Yeah.
When you first meet him until when he comes back in the series.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's where he's in the jail in season 4. Got it.
No. Yeah, kind of.
Past that?
So like he's like not even on Earth.
Yeah, it's a space jail.
Yeah. He's like going around Earth and stuff. Or like going around the universe, I guess you could say.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. It's probably when they see him the first time, he leaves, he gets jailed, and then he comes back in season 4. Because I think he was in season 2,
And then he dies.
and then he was gone, and then he came back.
He dies.
He hasn't died yet, so I don't know.
Well, in Invincible, spoilers, he dies.
You monster! Why would you ruin this for me already?
Actually, Battle Beast, the book, is all about him trying to find the strongest person to kill him.
Yes,
that's the whole
that spills over in season 4.
Yeah, that's the whole point of the book, of the Battle
Yeah.
Beast book.
Makes sense.
Hey, we could bring back the Advancipod.
Yeah, we could.
No more anime. We're just random pop culture shit.
We're out of here. We're covering American cartoons now, bitch.
Although, like,
I'm sorry, I didn't mean that.
the anniversary for Gundam Wing popped up, and I was like, man, maybe we should cover Gundam Wing.
Yeah. Don't they have a movie?
Yeah. But the movie's not streaming anywhere. Only the TV show is streaming for free.
It's bullshit.
Yeah, they're streaming all on the Gundam Info YouTube channel. You can watch all of Gundam Wing except for the movie.
It's bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the movie's okay.
No, I mean, we got a lot of plans for the channel. So if you stuck with us this long, obviously you'll stick with us longer.
I mean, eventually we are going to go back to covering anime stuff. Like, don't worry. We're just taking a little detour.
No,
It'll be fine.
We're not fucking taking a detour. We're being true to ourselves.
We're just taking a little detour. We should have put...
And if you need to know what I just did the you can't see me hand, so I went invisible.
I mean, we should probably take the manga out of our description and put cartoons. Anime and cartoons.
I mean, yeah, we could do that. I think the last one we covered was the
I don't remember.
The one that's in for the Dragon Ball Z guy, the playground or whatever, Paradise. Manga Paradise or whatever.
Manga Theater.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. True.
So
yeah.
We cover pop culture shit that we like, so it works out.
True.
But anyway, to end on a good note real quick, what would you rate this episode?
Oh, what do I rate this episode? Like out of 5?
Yeah. Out of 5, yeah.
I give it a solid 4.
Okay. I would go 4.5. I didn't like it, but I felt like A was good enough that it covered up a lot of shit that B didn't have.
Yeah.
And some of those really good jokes in the middle of it, like you said with I did go propane, and
I wanted to assign the appropriate meat at birth.
Yeah,
that one fucking got me.
That and this, all people in Texas get together for book burnings and shit like that. Like the jokes made up, I feel like, for plot B. So, yeah. I'm gonna go 4.5. So that's like an 8.5.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it did good.
Yeah. Anyways, we'll catch you on the next episode.
We'll see you next Tuesday.
Peace out.
Peace.